Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Neil and today we're going to be talking about my EDC. So what is EDC? EDC means everyday carry. The things you need with you every day. The things you carry with you every day to get through your life. And for me today, when I'm talking about my EDC, these are the things that are literally in my jeans pockets or attached to my body. That means no bag, no slim bag, no rucksack, no coat jacket, just what fits in my pockets, the bare essentials. Quick disclaimer, everything you see in this video has been purchased with my own money. Nobody has asked me to make a video about any of these things. Nobody's paying me to make a video. These thoughts are all my own. I'll put links to pretty much everything in the video description. Some of those links may be affiliate links, so the channel may receive a commission if you use those links to then purchase anything, and if you do, then thank you very, very much for supporting the channel. With all that said and out of the way, this is what I carry with me every single day. Let's dive in and take a look. The first item is my iPhone 13 mini in product red. I'm not going to say too much about this because I've done a whole video on why I switched from the iPhone 14 Pro to the iPhone 13 mini. I'll link that video up in the corner over here and in the description, so you can check that out after you finish watching this video. Covering the iPhone 13 mini is a leather case in camel tan from a company called Andar. You're going to see a lot of brown leather here today, and so I apologise to any people who find that offensive, but I find leather is very hard wearing, very great for EDC, and also it looks really good and looks and patinas over time, so it becomes your own. So this is a nice slim case. I've done a video of my favourite iPhone 13 mini cases, so again I'll link that up in the corner over here for you to take a look at after this video as well, and I'll also link that in the description. And do remember to subscribe if you're finding any of these videos useful. New videos will be dropping every single week. Next up is my watch, or as the case may be on some days, my watches. First is the Apple Watch Ultra. I've had this since launch day and it replaced the Garmin Fenix 6 Sapphire that was on my wrist previously. I do love this watch. Again, I've got a separate video on this watch. I'll link that up in the description over here as well, so please do check that out as well for my detailed thoughts on the Apple Watch Ultra. The other watch that will generally be on my wrist is one of my two favourite mechanical watches. In this case is the Tudor Black Bay GMT. I absolutely love this watch. This and another watch that I own are probably my two most prized possessions. There's something about wearing a mechanical watch that I can't describe, but it's not something that an Apple Watch or any other smartwatch can replicate, basically. There's just a feeling of wearing a mechanical watch which is just unique. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a video on my watch collection. If enough of you want to see it, I'll make it happen. Going back to the Apple Watch, the band or strap that you'll generally see on here is the Bandwerk Stockholm Vintage Tan. There's another video linked in the top corner here in which I've gone into detail of my favourite Apple Watch Ultra straps or bands, and so please do check that out after you've hit the subscribe button. The final item that is physically attached to my body is my Oura Ring Generation 3 in Heritage Silver. I've had this ring since launch day and it's helping me understand how certain things affect my sleep and then therefore my readiness to tackle the day ahead. I don't think I've gotten the most out of this ring yet, to be honest, but this ring is going to be an integral part of a series that I've got coming up over the next few months. Next up is my wallet, or in this case my wallets. I generally switch between two wallets depending on how much I want to carry on any particular day. Both are from a small business in Greenwich, London called Ryan London. The first is a leather slim card holder in saddle brown, which is made of a beautiful full grain leather. It holds up to 7 cards across 3 pockets, and I've also had it embossed with my initials. The second is the super slim leather bifold, which again is made of a beautiful full grain leather that smells amazing and holds up to 12 cards. The wallet has 3 quick access slots and also has a pull tab section that can hold a further 9 cards. This one has also been embossed with my initials, and there is also a sleeve, and there's also a sleeve here for cash at the top. Don't you love it when something like this happens? I haven't used this wallet for a good few weeks as I haven't been carrying any cash around, but I'd totally forgotten that there was a £50 note inside. Awesome. Inside whichever of the two wallets I'm using will be a Chipolo card spot, which is basically an Apple AirTag but in a card form factor. This is great for when I accidentally leave my house without my wallet and I'll get a reminder and a notification to tell me I've left without it, or if I can't find my wallet in the house I can use the Find My app, or heaven forbid if I ever lose my wallet I can find it using the Find My app again. It's about the thickness of 2 credit cards, and so it fits nicely into either wallet and has a decently loud alarm to help find it. Next up is my Carmex, or any other kind of chapstick really. It's still quite cold in the UK, so my lips are still getting dry and chapped, so it's essential to have one of these to prevent bleeding lips. Next up is this leather knife sleeve from a small company in the UK called Shire Supply. Again, it's made out of brown leather. First thing you'll see dangling off here is my EDC torch or flashlight. This is the Nitecore TINI2. I really like this torch as it charges over USB-C, has decent battery life, and it also has a little display which tells you how much battery you've got left, so you always know, is there battery in the torch? It's a problem when you're using AA's or other kind of batteries, but with this it's got a little screen which just tells you right there, how much battery life you've got left. Great. Again, it's absolutely tiny. I mean, it's really hard to get across on camera, but if you look at my little finger, it's smaller than my little finger. So, it's a great addition to your EDC. It gets lost in your pocket. It's just clipped onto the edge of the next item, which is the Victorinox Pioneer X. This is the 2022 limited edition in Thunder Grey with the ALOX scales, which basically is metal rather than the plastic Celador scales that you get on other models. This has a knife, an awl, a flat and Phillips screwdriver. It's got a can opener, a bottle opener, it's got wire strippers, and most importantly it's got a pair of scissors. You can't carry a locking blade knife in the UK, so I can't carry around my Leatherman Wave Plus, which I've got here. That stays at home all the time. I shouldn't be carrying that out and about, or get in big trouble in the UK. So a Swiss Army knife is great for those occasions because the blade's not locking, it's just flips down like that. But it really comes in handy, for simple things like cutting apples for my daughter, or using the scissors to cut something when you're out and about. And it's just very, very convenient to have around. And the last thing in this sleeve is the Big Eye Design mini bolt action pen in titanium stonewash. Tiny little pen, it's great for EDC. Again, disappears in the pocket, fits very nicely in this sleeve here. I love the action of bolt action pens. Great fidget toy, and again, it's a tiny little pen, but it's built like a tank, and it's very, very solid titanium. I already had the full-size bolt action pen which stays attached to my notebook. I wanted basically the same pen but something smaller, so when I saw the mini bolt action I was like, well, yeah, great, had to have it. Yes, more brown leather. And so next up is my keys. I don't do anything flashy here. I have one door key, one car fob, and they're both attached to a Nomad leather AirTag loop made out of brown Horween leather. Obviously it's an AirTag, so I can always find my keys, just like the Chipolo card spot in my wallet. Keys are findable via the Find My app. And these are all attached to a very slim titanium pocket clip, which I found off Amazon, I think for about £5. I don't even know if it's actually titanium, but it's very slim. It's got a nice deep carry clip on there. It also has a bottle opener attached here, but those are attached to the AirTag holder via a Nite Ize S-Biner mini, which just makes it very easy to remove the pocket clip when I don't need it. It just comes off like that very simply. No messing around with split rings. Again, not sure if this is titanium, but I've had it for over a year and it's held up very well. It hasn't snapped or broken, so I'm assuming it might well be titanium. And one last thing that I may or may not have with me, depending on how tight my jeans are my AirPods Pro 2. I say depending on how tight my jeans are because this can be quite chunky in the pocket, and the bulge can get quite uncomfortable. So if I'm wearing really skinny jeans, I don't very often, but if I'm wearing skinny jeans, I'm leaving these at home. The AirPods case is covered in another Ryan London saddle brown leather case, again embossed with my initials on there. Yes, more brown leather, but yeah, it's nice hard-wearing material, makes the AirPods case nice and matches with the rest of the items that I have for my EDC. So that's everything that I EDC. Told you there was a lot of brown leather there. What are your favourite EDC items? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know your thoughts on my EDC gear. And stay tuned for more videos dropping every week. Thanks.